for me, because all the knowledge and the stuff that I have comes directly from guides, ascended masters, angels, archangels, seraphim. The seraphim was in here just the other day. If you guys missed that, it was pretty amazing. All of that, the angels from the seraphim all the way down. We have the Galactic Federation of Light in here. We have elementals of the highest vibration. We have, right, oh good. Oh yeah, and wait, you're going to post it on my YouTube? Oh, right, yes, duh. For some reason I looked at your picture and I thought you were Alyssa, but yeah, good idea. Yes. By the way, go follow the YouTube. We screen record, because in here, when they give us our recordings from the lives, they don't give all of the, so it's really weird. It doesn't look right, and I'm talking to people and there's nothing there, right? So we screen record and it gets added to the YouTube. If you followed my old YouTube, I want you to go and follow the new one now, okay? And you'll be able to rewatch. And if you have readings, we're trying to get on the ball with that. It's not as easy as it seems, okay? Because we also have to remove music, right? All right, so metatronscube. This is specifically scalar waves. It is very important that you get this type of disc to do this for your pendulum, okay? This is a energetic scalar wave, copper and gold inlay. The Metatron's cube has to be accurate. When you look at it, you must be able to see the 3D image pop out of it when you look down, straight down at it, okay? On the back, Metatron wants you to get this, the flower of life, okay? Specifically. He told me specifically, and it took us a long time to find the right person. The person is on Etsy. He has a very strange name, but I will post it in here, okay? And I'm going to show you something very cool that nobody knows about until Metatron told me to share with all of you, okay? It's not anywhere. So, his name is wait, what was it? I know it's going to like show up on here. What was it? Shoot. It's such a weird name, and I had it right in my head, right there, and when I start to write it, it pops up, but I lost it. It's a weird name. It is. In a way, it kind of makes it more difficult for people to find you when you have a really bizarre name. So, also, if you're going to have any healing or any health done, I want you to tell me way ahead of time so that I can send Dr. Lorfan to you. Dr. Lorfan will go to you. He will spend a lot of time with you, checking you from head to toe. You will feel pokes and you will feel inside. You'll feel tingly, all of that stuff, and then he'll come back to me. I don't do the healing. I don't do any of that. I don't, psychically say, oh, it sounds like your kidneys are malfunctioning. I don't do that. I specifically send in Dr. Lorfan, and then he will recommend what you should do and what you should tell your doctors, the tests that you should take. These tests I've never even heard of, right? But they are real, actual medical tests. And all of these, and people have found things that they didn't know they had wrong with them by using this, okay? Also, usually when that happens, we send Holy Padre Pio and or Metatron and Merlin. They go and they start, oh, yes, there it is. Here it is. Right here. That's his name. Heliquantix. Thank you, my love. I'm going to do that L and then copy it. Oh, there he is. See? Right there. So, he is on Etsy. Again, this is the Metatronscube with the Flower of Life disc with the scalar waves. All right, let's get started. So when you get your pendulum, always, oh, see, here's one I haven't programmed because I just found it in my drawer, so we're going to use this one. See, I haven't calibrated it. I'm going to show you what it looks like to calibrate it when you first calibrate it. Now, you need to do these every time. Right. This is specifically, right, it does. And it does all kinds of stuff. This is actually when I'm not using this side, I actually flip it over and I put my water on top of it as I'm drinking it. That's what he told me to do. Metatron, specifically. Okay? So, you're going to take this, right? And he is very, very adamant that it has to be this type of disc, okay? And it has to be accurate in its measurements and everything. The circles represent the feminine, the divine feminine. The straight lines represent the divine masculine and the connection between the two, okay? Not before every, like I don't do it in between each person, but yes, every use. You don't have to program. You calibrate. Okay? So you calibrate before, like, you know how, like, you know, you're going to use your Palo Santo and, right? What you're going to do is I put it right in the middle of my board, right? You're going to say to your pendulum, when you first get it, you don't have to do it every time, just when you first get it, with your voice, because you have to program 7 times. 7 times, okay? You can do it more, but it has to be 7. You are to give me answers for my highest good, the highest good of others, and or absolute truth. Why? Because, again, the sacred law isn't that our guides, ascended masters, yada, 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 have to tell us the truth. That is not a thing. Nope. What they have to do, the sacred law is they have to direct you towards your highest good. And if they have to lie to you to do that, they will. Oh, they will. And if you want me to go into examples of that, I will. That's why I do a lot of the yes, no's for free, right? The examples would be, so you say that 7 times. You are to give me answers or help me with answers, however you want to say it. But you want to make sure you're saying for my highest good and the highest good of others, because you also want to help others. If you're going to use your pendulum ever, and you have somebody who comes to you and you didn't think you were ever going to use it for somebody else, but somebody got, hey, can you use it for me? You haven't programmed it for somebody else, okay? Yeah, it might work a little bit, right? But how accurate and all that stuff, this makes a very, very big difference, okay? Now, 7 times. You're to give me answers for my highest good of others, and or absolute truth, okay? All of them. All of your, my daughter got me this one for Christmas. Isn't it pretty? She dropped it, and because she specifically got it because of that little tiny crystal right there that's just hanging on in there, and she thought she broke it. She was so mad, but it didn't break. I know, right? I have. So, now, when you're done doing that, I'm so dehydrated, it's weird. I've been channeling, though, every day. Like those video calls I was telling you about that are like with my twin that have equaled up to maybe about 18 hours of conversation in the past 3 days have all been channeling and stuff like that. So yeah. So now you take this. I got a lot of upgrades. Yes, I did. Oh yeah, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, I got, when I was sick, I was sick for like a week. I wasn't on here. Part of that was upgrades, and I have been getting daily upgrades. Yes, you are absolutely correct, my love. Here we go. So we're gonna look at this. I'm gonna put it here. So we put it here, and here's something interesting. So these letters here, if you see this, don't freak out, okay? If you're someone who sees it like I do, I'm gonna explain something to you, okay? When you're using your pendulum, and you see maybe one set of numbers that look like they flip around, they spin around a little bit, right? Out of the corner of your eye, it's because you're seeing the portal where the spirit comes in, and they always come in around the same place to use your pendulum. I see it all the time. And it's always these, the letters B, C, D are always flipping and then going back, flipping and going back, okay? So don't be afraid of that. You might, and some people, like when it first happened to me, I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm seeing things, right? No, you're able to see the portal, okay? And everything that has spirits working with it is portal. I'm a portal, okay? All right, so you're gonna then take this, and I like to put it right in the middle there. Oh, I could have sworn I heard my door open. Can you guys see that? Oh, hold on. I really want you to be able to see it good. Okay, so you're going to put it in the middle here. Okay, and what it's going to do is going to calibrate. It's going to follow this line, this line, this line as many times as it needs to, and then when it's done doing that, it's going to spin around this way, and then it's going to come to a stop when it's completed, okay? All right, so here we go. Remember, your pendulums need to start from, it doesn't matter if you move, right? It doesn't matter if you're shaky. The spirit will grab a hold of the pendulum, but this is different because it's not a spirit, it's the energy moving it, right? So here we go. All right, there's my body. For some reason, when I do this, it wants to move too. It's so weird. Oh, it only needed to go once, right? Again, let me see if we can get it. I'll do another one so you guys can see it happen. I don't think I've done this one yet, so let's do this one. All right. Again, we start from the center. Again, let's, get it in there like all sloppy like. All right, there. Do you see how quickly that stopped? That's not a sign, a thing in science, right? Here it goes. I have a feeling this one, this one's going to take longer. This one needs to be calibrated better. I mean, this one is probably going to go around at least twice. There we go. Oops. There, that one's calibrated. All right. So, yeah, and here, the funny thing is, I'm going to tell you why. I actually know why. It really, quite honestly, yes, there's the pendulum, right? And the spirit is using that too. But if you talk to any ascended master, they will always say to you, you're the actual energy that they're using to connect to the pendulum, right? So the movement that they're making, you're the actual energy that's moving it in a sense, right? Because they're using you then to connect it. So even when you're using a pendulum, you need to be hydrated. You do, all right? Okay, so you have that, right? Here's another thing. I don't know why I lifted you up. Now, I'm going to put that, my water, okay? Now we're going to show you really quickly how the pendulum works when somebody's actually using a spirit or if they're just moving it themselves, okay? This is how it works. We're going to show you just some yes, no's kind of things, all right? So, can you show me what it looks like when, oh no. Can you show me what it looks like when let's go through the gamut. Show them what it looks like when I'm moving the pendulum. Yes. No. Yes. And then when it comes to a stop, it's like, all right, little circles, little circles. All right, let's show them what it looks like when I am moving the pendulum, and then you grab a hold of it and you take over. See how it starts to shake a little bit? So you always want your pendulum to stop fully. Can you please show us a proper yes? 1, 2, 3, yes. Can you please show us a proper no? 1, 2, 3, no. Can you show us what it looks like when you have a yes? No, do that again. Show us what it looks like when you have a yes, because you were just doing no. I think I confused them. So we were just doing no. If it's going to go to a yes, this is what it has to do if it's an actual yes and not a false yes. Okay? 1, 2, 3, yes. Can you show us what it looks like if it's a false no from a yes? All right. Can you show us what it looks like when you stop? Can you show us what a yes no looks like? A yes no is like when somebody says the answer is yes, but also no. We need to like explain a little bit more because they're a little yeah, no kind of answer, okay? So we have a yes, and then we have a spin spin, and we have a no, and then we have a spin spin, and then we have a yes and a spin spin and a no. Okay? So there you go. As opposed to somebody who's like holding it up here and going no 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 and hi madam, and you know, and then when they're done it kind of comes to the stop like this, right? So you want your pendulum, when the spirit starts talking, you want the pendulum to go dead stop, dead stop. Now again, it depends on how strong the spirit is that you're using it and how heavy your pendulum is. If you have a weaker and if you feel like, you'll know when your pendulum is what I call tired. Also, in order to shake off something, like you're like, no, that's not what I said, or anything, I go like this. I go, no, and I shake it. No, start over. Do it. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What was that? Okay, that's another thing that the Ascended Masters and the angels taught me. Okay. All right. So again, even when you use a pendulum, you are the battery. You do need to be hydrated. Okay. We're gonna jump into, I know that this has been a weird night. It started off really weird.